What's up, guys? We are live. Jamal Hill, let's fucking get it, boys. We got UFC. We got a really good card this week. We got UFC 250. We got Amanda Nunes versus Felicia Spencer. Honestly, the real main event is Corey Sandhagen versus Aljo. We all know that. Before we talk about this really good card, we got to talk about last card. We're going to recap every fight. And, I really want to talk about the Jamal Hill fight first, but we got to go in order. The first fight, got to talk about the main event. Gilbert Burns versus Tyron Woodley. I mean, what a fucking mauling that was, dude. Gilbert Burns went out there and dominated him. He showed that Woodley does not belong, dude. I mean, Woodley, I feel like he needs to retire. If he doesn't retire, give him Jeff Neal, please. But yes, Burns cashed. I bet 3 units on him at plus 155. And Burns, you're the real deal, dude. I mean, you're a fucking legit top 3 guy in that division, and I'm excited to see what happens next. What about you? What do you think about that fight?
Yeah, what's going on, man? I'm super pumped for tonight's fights. That performance by Gilbert Burns, oh my God, like it was over as soon as it started. Like huge props to anybody that bet Gilbert Burns at any kind of dog money whatsoever. Like if that fight were to be like relined, like if it was rematched, Gilbert Burns would be minus 400. Like it's just amazing performance, dominated him from bell to bell, 50-44 if I'm not mistaken. Like dude's there. Dude can definitely compete for a title. I'd love to see him compete against Usman and Masvidal and all those guys. He's absolutely right there. As far as Woodley, geez, I don't know, man. I have to think about a good fight for him. Like maybe if he fought like a Gunnar Nelson type guy, maybe that could be a good rebound for him. I don't know. I'd have to think about that fight more, but that's definitely the caliber of guy he should be fighting right now. But yeah, great performance by Burns.
Yeah, co-main event, Sakai versus Bugoy. I'll let you start with that one.
Yeah, man, I cashed on that fight. You always got to love when you bet on a guy and he gets away with dirty tactics. I don't know if the cage hold is exactly what won him that fight. Like I was chatting with some buddies on this fight while it was live, and I thought Bugoy definitely won the first round and Sakai won the second. And I bet Sakai. I thought Bugoy clearly won the first, but people were telling me, dude, Sakai's up 2-0. But the way the scores came out, one guy gave Bugoy a 30-27, which is just completely outrageous because he clearly won the second and third. I just have no idea how he came to that conclusion. But yeah, Sakai looked good. Some of the he's good and everything for heavyweight standards, but some of the strikes he throws, dude, like he can get sloppy. Like, dude's definitely super hittable. If he fought someone like a real good technical striker like Rosenstrike, dude, like I bet you Rosenstrike would knock out Augusto Sakai. That'd be a great fight. Let's see that fight next. Augusto Sakai and Rosenstrike. Who would you have there?
Damn, dude, I don't know, man. I mean, I probably lean probably Sakai, dude. I mean, Sakai's a good fighter, dude. I mean, Rosenstrike's good too. I don't know. I'll have to see the odds, but I probably
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah. The next fight, it's a fight I don't want to talk about because it gets me upset, but we got Billy Q versus Spike. I bet on Spike. I thought he got the job done. It is what it is. Billy's a beast. I'm not going to say he's a beast. Never mind. He's not a beast, but great cardio. I mean, he's a tough dude. Really tough dude. Spike, I don't know what you're doing at the end of the first. Like, what are you doing? You're looking at the clock or something? You just dude, that was – oh, my God. I was screaming, dude. Like, I lost my shit. He gassed really bad, but I thought he won the second round. It is what it is. I would have had like a plus 10 unit night if he would have won that fight, but I still had a winning night. I can't complain. I do like Spike though. I think he's UFC material, dude. The guy, he has really good grappling, dude. He didn't really show his striking really, but I feel like he blew his wad really early, but I'm excited to see him with a full training camp. And I mean, give him maybe I don't know. Give him a can at 145. I'm trying to think who the best opponent is for him. Who do you think he should fight?
Oh, man, I haven't really thought about it. Who should Spike fight? Someone coming off a loss. Maybe like Mowgli Benitez. That'd be a crazy fight.
I think Benitez would beat him. But, yeah, what about you? What do you think about this fight?
Dude, honestly, like Spike impressed me. Even in a loss, I think his stock goes up. Like he fought a really good guy. Like Billy Quarantillo, he's no slouch at all. And in my opinion, the way I scored it, I thought Spike won the first 2 rounds, but then I gave Billy a 10-8 in the third. I actually thought that fight should have been a draw. I thought you should have at least gotten your money back, but it is what it is. You get burned sometimes, but I honestly, both guys' stocks go up. That was a great fight.
Yeah, man. So the next fight we had, I believe,
Roosevelt.
Yeah, we got Roberts versus Weaver. I mean, you want to talk about that one? I know you got a big bet on that one.
Yeah, man, I got in early on that line. Definitely beat it by a lot. That was nice there. He came in through for me. That was my biggest play of the night. I mean, not even close to the same level. I said it before the fight. I'll say it after. Brock Weaver is not UFC caliber. He got into the UFC because he was on Contender Series and he has a personality. That Contender Series performance wasn't even that good. And then the fight before this one, he basically got taken down and knocked out by a jobber. He got taken down by a striker. Like, I don't know, man. Like, just crazy to me how Roosevelt Roberts was not like minus 500 in that spot. But great performance. I feel like I didn't really learn anything about Roosevelt just because, like, the caliber of fighter he fought. But if we're going to try to keep Brock Weaver in the UFC because of his personality, let's rebook that Thomas Gifford fight. That was supposed to happen in Tampa last year. Let's see it, man. I think that's a winnable fight for Weaver.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna get Gifford back. Gifford, I think, is still dead, dude. I mean, dude, he got KO'd after the Brock or the Mike Davis fight, dude. He's dead right now.
Did he?
Yeah, he did. He got against Chris Brown. I forget, or no, not Chris Brown. Someone I forget who it was.
Oh, I didn't even realize he got cut.
Yeah, he got cut and he got KO'd on the regional scene. Against like a prospect. I forget who it was on the regional scene. But yeah, Roberts looked really good. I heard some people saying that Weaver won the first. What? Like Weaver got dominated, dude. Weaver,
absolutely not.
Hate Weaver's fight IQ. It's so bad. Like you're getting worked right now, and why would you try to take Roberts down? What? Your only way to win is like on the feet, and still you didn't have the advantage, dude. He did the same thing against Devin Smith, like Contender Series. You're beating him on the feet, and then you try to grapple. Like I don't. What, dude? The guy's dumb, dude. I hope he gets another fight so I can fade him.
He will.
He's not UFC material. Next fight, Mackenzie Dern versus Hannah Cifers. I'll let you go with that one again first.
Ooh, yeah, I had Mackenzie parlayed with Jamal Hill. Basically, man, like it's so funny. It's so funny how we were talking in the chat, and Ricky's like, "Dude, Hannah Cifers was lighting Mackenzie Dern up." Like, okay, so the fight was 2 minutes of Mackenzie Dern failing to be able to take her down. Then Hannah lands 5 strikes, and then Hannah pretty much engages in the grappling and gets caught in a sub. Like, Mackenzie Dern was not getting lit up, but fact of the matter is she definitely has like a lot to work on, not even just the striking, the takedowns, because if you can't like take down a girl like Hannah Cifers in a traditional way, like she was trying to do at first, like that's not a good look, man. Like Mackenzie, like I don't know if I'm going to be betting her again just because like that fight we definitely learned a lot, and we learned a lot that Mackenzie Dern isn't able to take down Hannah Cifers, but hey, she got the win for me. I'm happy about that. Hannah Cifers, she'll be great in Invicta.
Yeah, man. Good performance for Kenzie Dern. I'm excited to see what she's gonna, who she's gonna fight next. I do think that Hannah might get one more fight. I mean, I feel like they give her one more fight. Give her like the worst person in the division. She'll probably beat her. Next fight, Kaylin Chookagian versus Shevchenko. I mean, I don't think either of us thought that Kaylin was gonna go out there and dominate her. I picked her to win, didn't bet her. She looked really good. Shout out to Sun Tzu because I believe he's the person who said that Holly Holm, turned into a wrestler against Big Anderson. Same thing in this fight, dude. So I mean, he called that, dominated the fight. Shevchenko has no ground game. I mean, I feel like the fact that Valentina wasn't there, I mean, maybe that kind of like toyed with her a little bit, but still, I mean, Caitlin went out there and dominated her on the mat. What do you think about that fight?
Man, definitely took me by surprise. Like, I definitely was solid on Antonina in this fight, but I mean, the reason I didn't bet her is just because I knew she was at a grappling disadvantage. But then the reason I didn't want to bet Chuk at a nice dog price is because, I mean, how are you going to trust the girl to do something she hasn't done in the UFC before? So it's just like, I don't know. It was a good fight. I like the way it played out. Like, I'm way happier that it played out that way than a 15-minute, like, noise contest. Like, that fight could have been awful, but it actually turned out to be a pretty entertaining ass beating. I'm interested to see where Chookagian goes from here. I don't know who she fights next. She's already fought most of the divisions, so I don't even know. I'd have to think about it. But good performance by her. Good bounce back.
Yeah, dude. Next fight, Daniel Rodriguez versus Gabriel Green. I've seen a lot of stuff here. People saying that Green's not that good. I think that he looked pretty decent. I think that he's going to win some fights 55. Like, you give him, like, Brock Weaver. Come on, dude. Green would destroy Brock Weaver.
Yeah.
He's no slouch. I mean, the guy looked pretty big at 170. I mean, I thought he could have even won a round, honestly. Like, you know, his chin looked good. I mean, if they give him Jalen Turner rematch, I'd probably go with Green, like for sure, man. I like this game, but Rodriguez is just a lot bigger. Dude, one thing about Rodriguez is that I think he's a pretty good fighter. I feel like he's gonna be like a top 30 guy maybe, but I'm gonna fade him, dude, down the line. I just think that I don't know, man. I'm like we didn't get to see him weak to the body in this fight, but I think Kevin Hall would have dominated, in my opinion. I'm sure you agree with me.
Yeah, no, I would definitely take Kevin Holland over Daniel Rodriguez.
Yeah, I got Nico Price over Rodriguez. I mean, there's a lot of he's good. I think he's a good fighter. I mean, he's gonna win a lot of fights. I don't think he's gonna beat like the top 20, top 25ish guys. But we'll see who he. I wonder who he fights next. Maybe they. Oh, dude, they should give him Muslim Sakalov or Sakalai. That'd be a fucking crazy fight.
Oh man.
Yeah, that'd be. They should match that fight.
Even Razik.
Yeah, bro. But yeah, what'd you think about that fight?
Yeah, I was impressed by Gabriel Green. I mean, to come up a weight class on like 5 days' notice and to show a chin of steel and great cardio. I mean, he showed enough tools for sure for me to think he's going to be able to win at least some fights at the right weight class. So, yeah, interested to see what happens next with him. I mean, he's still relatively young, so room for improvement, I guess. Daniel Rodriguez, I like his style, man. I just like watching him fight. I just like his mentality. I like his crew. I like Joe Schilling and them. Yeah, I like both guys. Good fight.
Who's Razik?
Abdul Razak Al Hassan.
Oh, I didn't know who Razik was. I thought him like, okay, I was like, Razik, who's Razik? Oh yeah, dude, Razik would destroy him. This next fight, Jamal Hill versus Quinton Abreu, dude. I mean, it was awesome, dude. I do talk a lot of crap, and like, you know, some things can get to me. But AMG Warrior, if you're watching this, dude, I don't know what the fuck you were doing. Okay, all week I saw you on Twitter saying that, you know, Jamal Hill's a square bet and all that stuff, and then after the fact, after he goes out there and beats Quinton Abreu, how he did, you still say he was a square bet? Like, you know what, man? I'm not going to talk that much shit. I feel bad for you, dude. I really do. People like you, I feel really bad. And I wish you the best life, dude. So that's just disgusting that you would say something like that. It's fucking sad, bro. Like, you're not even my bro. You're a piece of shit. It's sad. So if I ever see you doing anything like that again, I mean, you blocked me because you're a pussy. But, I mean, if I ever hear that you did shit like that again from anyone, I'm going to fucking roast you. You're a fucking bitch. So I hope you're watching this right now. But anyways, back on the matchup, it was awesome, dude. He went out there and got a first-round TKO. Like I said on the fucking show, he fucking dominated that fight. He's a beast. He's a top 5 guy, in my opinion, in the future. He will. He's the real deal. You got to build this kid up. I don't know who they're going to give him next. I hope it's Ryan Spann. If not, give him a fucking bum. But, I mean, he looked legit out there. Abreu got dominated. He didn't even do anything in the fight. I mean, Abreu dropped him within the first 5. I'm sorry. Abreu got dropped within the first 5 seconds. So it was embarrassing. Kelton, what do you think about that? Oh, and I cashed a huge bet on him, but I mean, everyone knows about that. Go ahead.
Who's that girl you were just talking about?
Who, me?
Who's the girl you were just talking about that said Jamal Hill was a square bet?
Oh, AMG.
Oh, she sounds hilarious. But yeah, dude, that was a great performance by Jamal Hill. You know, completed the first leg of the parlay for me. I mean, he dropped them like, 20, 30 seconds in. You know, fought smart, didn't get too aggressive, picked his shots and put them away. Like, clean striking. I mean, he really didn't even have to defend a takedown. He just put them away so quick. But mark my words, when this guy does get taken down, he's got a good get-up game, and he will get back up. Like, me and Justin were just talking about him before the show. We think he can honestly compete right now with like the top guys. Maybe some of the wrestlers would be a tough matchup for him, like the top 10 wrestlers in that division. But like, dude, I can see him competing with like a Rakic, like, or even
imagine what he would do to Lionheart, bro. Like, oh my god, dude, there's a lot of guys in the top 15 that he could beat right now, but I think he's going to be a top 5 guy. I see BK already, you know, like already talked about him. I mean, Hill's going to go far in the division, to be honest. And if you guys want to know the beef between me and AMG, the guy said the same shit about Nico Price and Tim Means. He said anyone that bets Nico Price is a fucking square bet. And he went out there and knocked the guy out in the first round. So, I mean, the guy talks a lot of shit, and he's an idiot. Anything else you want to say in this matchup?
Nah, man, I'm just excited to see Jamal back.
I love the kid. 2-0 betting him. I can't wait, man, to see what he fights next. He's really good, dude. Just his distance, his movement, dude. He's huge. His striking. I can't wait until, like someone tries to take him down and he like stuffs it or, sweeps it. I mean, I can't wait to see, him fighting a wrestler. Like, give him a wrestler, please, dude. I don't know who they would give him next. I mean, we were talking, maybe Khalil Roundtree. That's a striker. That'd be a fucking easy win for Jamal. But I mean, I don't know who they're going to give him. I mean, I hope it's Ryan Spann, but I don't know. If they want to give him a top 15 guy, they can give him Misha Serkinov. I mean, that'd be a fucking good. I mean, that'd be a good, a nice win right there on Jamal Hill's, record. Or they can give him Johnny Walker. I'd love that fight. That'd be a fucking really good fight. I think we might actually get like plus money there. I think a lot of people might play a Walker there.
Walker against Jamal Hill. Oh, geez, man. I don't know. I think Jamal Hill might be the favorite at this point. Not by much, though.
Hill would smoke him, dude. I like Johnny Walker. But yeah, man. Next fight, let's see. We had Brandon and Royval versus Tim Elliott. This one stings because I picked him to win. Royval didn't bet him. Tim Elliott looked good early, but he's a snowflake, dude. I like the guy. I've met him before, but he's I don't know, man. He's inconsistent, dude. Like the he's washed. He's at the end of his career. I think he could win fights, but I don't know what we're gonna do with him. Who I was thinking about who he should fight is Dvorak. That'd be a great fight. David Dvorak versus Elliott. I'd probably go with Dvorak there. What about you? What do you think about this fight?
Oh man, we both picked Royval and didn't bet him. Kind of ashamed there. But like the thing is, like that was probably just a pass fight altogether in general, just because like it's not like Royval was winning that fight. Like he was getting taken down a lot. Like he was losing a lot of the positions. I mean, Elliott was winning that fight up until the point he got finished pretty much. So I have no problem passing with that fight. It was a good one though. I'm glad Royval can quit his job. I hope he can quit his job, and I'm excited to see him fight next.
Yeah, man. So next fight, and we'll answer these comments, by the way, after we talk about this card and before we talk about the next one, 250. Casey Kenny versus Smoke. I'm gonna let you do the dance on this one first.
Dude, you're gonna laugh, but I have not even seen this fight yet.
What?
I have not seen. I was doing something while the fight was on, and I just haven't had a chance to watch it yet.
Didn't you bet Casey Kenny?
Yeah, I just haven't had a chance to watch it.
My god!
I had something I had to take care of.
Are you a Deegan? Bro, what the dude? You missed a bet? What? Why didn't you watch it after the card?
Or on Sunday? I was just busy. I haven't had the time yet, man.
Damn, you gotta watch it because Smoke was looking good.
I had to finish a lot of tape for this card since we were doing an early Monday show. I had to get it all in today.
Dude, Smoke was doing good. Like I don't know if he was winning the fight, but he was looking good, and then Kenny just caught him, bro. And then Kenny he tried to shoot on Kenny. And then it was over, bro. Kenny tapped him out. I mean, yeah. You got to watch that fight.
Yeah, I'll probably watch it right after this. I probably should watch it, right? Yeah, I cashed on Kenny.
You should watch it. I would like to watch a bet that I cash. Come on, dude. The last fight, Gutierrez versus Morales. I mean, dude, that was a flawless performance from Chris Gutierrez. I know you like Morales, but I don't think he's with UFC.
Dude, I mean, like I said on Bro Picks, I've defended Vince Morales more than just about anybody, but I knew like this was just such a bad matchup for him. This is probably my biggest regret on the card, I would say. I regret not betting Gutierrez way more than I regret not betting Royval. But I mean, I shouldn't have any regrets. I went 4-0 on the night, but still.
Yeah, no regrets. You had it.
Yeah, no regrets at all. But yeah, dude, like Chris Gutierrez, his kicks are disgusting. The dude has so much power behind them. I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing him fight somebody who can like actually take them and give something back. But dude, huge props to anybody who cashed Gutierrez. He looked like a minus 1,000 in there, and I think Vince Morales should be cut.
Okay, I'm excited to see who Chris fights next. Okay, let's read these comments real quick. We have BK in the house. Fuck Quits and Abreu. I agree, he sucks. Touch, this isn't live. I don't know what you're talking about. It is live. Mike, what's up? Gerardo, what up? Boogs, what's up? Let's see. Nice eyebrows touch. Thank you. I appreciate it. UFC brow picks. Everyone says that, or we should change the little brow. Z, what up? We got Z in the house. Quint, what's up? I like your show. I watched it. BK, shut up. Abreu is a fat piece of shit. Yes, he is. Cocky. Yes, I am cocky. What's up, Boston Nick? We got Mo in the house. What's up? I'm gonna fucking smoke you in the finals in Mr. Arkansas tournament. Irregardless, what's up? Let's see, else. BK and Boston Nick are just fighting on here. David, what up? Yes, I agree. Walker would get KO. We got a lot of comments so far. JC, what's up? Damn. And basically just, Boston Nick and BK just fighting, they're talking shit to each other. Debate going on Twitter, Sandhagen versus Yan, who would win? I got Sandhagen all day in that fight. We'll talk about that later. You suck at UFC predictions, BK. BK's not, dude. BK knows his shit, dude. BK's a good guy. Me and BK, we talk shit on each other, but that's what I do. I like talking shit to people. Me and BK bet on the Abreu fight. He paid me in, fast. So I got nothing but respect for BK. All right, so next card, let's do this. So first fight of the night, we got Herbert Burns versus Evan Dunham. Kelton, who do you got?
Oh, man. So this fight, the very newest fight on the card, just got put together. I'm not even sure if it's official on the UFC website yet because it's actually not on the DraftKings slate yet. And DK Assist just tweeted today they haven't added it because UFC hasn't made the fight official yet. I'm assuming they will make it official. There should be no fishy business going on here. But anyway, man, I'm definitely on Herbert Burns in this spot. Evan Dunham, the guy got finished 2 times in a row against not the worst competition in the world, not by complete cans, although some may argue OAM is a complete can. He retired, and now he's coming out of retirement, man, and I think he just has the urge to do it. I don't know if it's just because of the shape he's in, because he is in good shape. He's he's still in the gym every day. He's probably training some young guys. I don't know if it's because of the shape he's in, or if he just needs the money, or if it's a combination of both. Either way, man, like the guy isn't quite as durable as he once was. Just the division itself, the newer generation is here. His time is kind of passing. He hasn't won a fight in 4 years, and even before the OAM fight, the Beneil Dariush fight, like people will bring up that was a draw. He went to a draw against Beneil Dariush, but what exactly happened in that fight was Beneil Dariush completely gassed out, beating the hell out of Evan Dunham in the first round. That was just a complete squash. Beneil gassed, and Dunham won the next one. So it is what it is, man. It's because I feel like Herbert's, I don't know if he's necessarily got him beat everywhere, but I think it's definitely dangerous for Dunham wherever this fight goes, because I feel like on the feet, Herbert can definitely land some big power shots to the chin. I think in the clinch, I think he can definitely knee him to the body. Evan Dunham is clearly weak to the body. He's been hit there, gone down many times. And then if Dunham wants to wrestle, like that's such risky business being on the ground with a guy like Herbert, who's definitely a high-level black belt. I even think Herbert Burns may actually go for a takedown himself in this fight, try to get a sub from top. So, yeah, man, I just feel like wherever this fight goes, I'm comfortable. Like, even if it gets to a point where Evan Dunham is shooting and he's able to get on top, like, I'm cool with my BJJ black belt on the ground. I like it wherever he goes. Ultimately, I think he is going to finish him. I think I'll say he hurts him and then chokes him out with a guillotine. I'll say second round. And I got him in a 3-unit parlay with somebody later in the card.
Yeah, it's a very interesting fight. Dunham, did he retire? We don't really know. He hasn't fought in a long time. He's on a 2-fight losing streak. He, got TKO'd both fights. He's really weak to the body, dude. That's one thing about him. He's old. He's definitely washed up at the end of his career. He has good boxing, though. One thing that concerns me about him, though, is he's dropping the 150. That's not good for a guy, like, at the end of his career. And you mentioned a lot. He took a lot of damage in that Beneil fight. I feel like Beneil did too. They both took a lot of damage. But Beneil's been looking good lately. But yeah, dude, Dunham has good boxing. I'll give him that. He's 4-2 in his last 6. But he beat Joe Lozon. He beat Rick Glenn. Not the best competition. One thing about Herbert Burns I like is he's really good in the clinch. Before the knee that he hit Nate with, he threw some more knees. On the regional scene, he's good in the clinch. Throws good knees. Good pressure. He's relentless. I think he has probably the better jiu-jitsu, but Dunham has really good jiu-jitsu too. Both these guys have good ground games, but yeah, I got to give the edge to Burns here, man. He's a younger guy. I feel like he's really durable too. He has a good chin, dude, Burns. And Dunham, he's tough, dude. I don't think Burns is gonna smoke him. I'll say that. It could, be a decision. I got to go with Burns. I just think that Dunham being weak to the body, dude, Burns can take advantage of that, man. So I'm gonna go with Burns, and I'm gonna go with I'll go with a 3rd round TKO. So next fight, I believe we got Alonzo Menifield versus Devin Clark, right?
Yep.
Yeah, dude, this is a good fight. I like Menifield here. He's undefeated for a reason. He's 9-0. I think he's a good prospect. The Paul Craig fight. I mean, he went out there and dominated him in that fight. Paul Craig went for some weird spinning shit and fell down. Menifield knocked him out unconscious. MMA. I see people bringing up stuff in the past. I think his third pro fight. He got taken down in his third fight. The same thing with Jamal Hill. Oh, Jamal Hill got taken down in his third fight. And he got his back taken. People improve, dude. Every fight. It's true. Alonzo Menifield, had that sloppy fight on Contender Series versus Daniel Jaw. He still won the fight. It's kind of weird. He get stopped or something like that at eye poke. But, I thought he was still winning the fight. Then, he's been smoking these guys, dude. He's huge for the division. He has good takedown defense. He's so much more he's so much Devin Clark. On the feet, I feel like it's a mismatch. Devin Clark, yeah, he dropped Ratchets and all that, but Ratchets is good, but Ratchets has a questionable chin in my opinion. And Devin Clark, he has good grappling, but the guy gasses. He has his cardio, is not the best. And he has a bad chin. He doesn't have a good chin. He's been subbed, twice. I think he's been knocked out twice. I got to go with Menifield here, dude. I think he's gonna hurt that chin, and he's gonna get him out of there. It would have surprised me if Devin Clark took him down. No, I just don't think Devin Clark is that good of a fighter. I think he's a fade. He definitely has a grappling advantage, but I just think him relentlessly trying to take down Menifield and not being able to, it's going to get him more tired. And Menifield's just going to hurt him really bad, man, with that good right hand he has. So I'll go with Alonzo Menifield with the second round KO.
Yeah, man, I'm going to be rolling with Menifield here as well. I just kind of feel like Devin Clark he's been turned into a prospect tester. At one point, he was the looking for a fight guy. He got into the UFC. They were trying to give him favorable matchups. It didn't work out. And now he's the guy that they're giving all the prospects to, the Rakics, the Stojics, the Spans. He's won some fights in the UFC, but really, man, if you look at his career, it's definitely been shaky. Even the chin, he's been knocked out a couple times, finished 3 times. But his wins in the UFC, it's a bunch of guys that aren't even in the UFC anymore, like Josh Stansberry. I don't think Mike Rodriguez is probably getting cut. Collier, you won't see him in the UFC in a year or two. Stojic, I think he got cut too. I'm not even sure. If not, he might. Daquan Townsend. These are just super low level guys, and I don't think Menifield is going to lose to Devin Clark here, man. I think eventually he's gonna find that chin. He's got 15 minutes to do, in my opinion. Devin Clark couldn't finish a chicken dinner, man. But what's kind of scaring me, I thought about betting Menifield for a second. The price is definitely just a little too steep, though, just because I kind of feel like Clark has made improvements. His hands have gotten a little better. He does have strong wrestling. He's a decent athlete himself. Devin Clark's no complete jobber by any means. He's definitely a good test. I kind of have the hunch that Devin Clark might even be winning this fight up until the point he gets knocked out. So, and if this fight goes 15 minutes, Menifield is a little green still. So if this fight goes 15 minutes, I actually think it's going to be a close decision, but that's not what I think is going to happen. I think Menifield is eventually going to find the opening, catch that chin, and put him away.
Yeah, man. So next fight, we got Gutierrez Formiga versus Alex Perez. Kelton, who do you got?
Oh, man. I've been going back and forth on not my pick necessarily, but just how confident I am. I'm definitely rolling with Alex Perez. I've been high on the guy for a long time. I am going to be picking him to win this fight. Earlier, a week ago, I did really think I was going to bet him. Then I watched tape, and I was a little more concerned. But now I'm kind of just really feeling it, because when I think about how the matchup is, how these guys match up, it's on the feet, I just think Alex has too much pop in his punch. Really going to be keeping Juicy at bay. I don't know if Juicy is gonna really let it go on the feet. You really have to have respect for that Perez power, because the guy has some of the biggest power at 125. And just the guy's physicality in general, it's gonna be really fucking hard, man, for Juicy to backpack this guy. Perez, he's got a wrestling background. He's one of the biggest guys in the division. I just feel like it's gonna be so hard for Juicy to stay on top of this guy. I see Alex Perez neutralizing the grappling, although it's going to be scary. I won't be surprised if he gets taken down a time or two, but I see him neutralizing the grappling, keeping it on the feet, outstriking Jussier for 15 minutes, or he might even knock him out, man. We've seen Jussier knocked out a few times now. It could happen here. Like, I'm really just debating whether or not I think Alex Perez is going to finish this fight because that's such a huge factor for DraftKings. I didn't even bring it up, but first time ever MMA is doing a $1 million to first place in DraftKings. So definitely going to be trying hard to chase that. I don't know, man. Like, the line is huge. Like, the odds makers definitely aren't expecting Alex Perez to finish. I think Perez in the distance is plus 310. But I think that's just going to get people to stay away from him on DraftKings and go to other places like maybe Cody Garbrandt or Chase Hooper. So I think Alex Perez is actually a pretty good contrarian DraftKings play just because Jussier, I mean, he is declining a little bit, man. So I can definitely see Perez putting him away. So I'm going to go with him, and I'm actually going to say he gets the second round knockout.
Yeah, man, I'm going to respectfully disagree with you here. I got Formiga for the win. I think that he's more technical on the feet. I think Perez is more power, but I think Formiga definitely has the better ground game. Perez is good wrestling. I don't think he wants to take him down, though. I mean, if this fight hits the mat, I got to give the advantage to Formiga, dude. I mean, he has legit grappling. The fight with Moreno was close. I bet Moreno there, and it was a close fight, dude. I mean, I do think Moreno won, but a lot of people thought Formiga won the fight. I mean, a lot of the media thought he won. Formiga's chin looked good last fight, but he took some huge bombs from Moreno, dude. Moreno is a beast, dude. I mean, I love that kid, dude. That kid could be the future champ at 125. The guy improves, dude, so much, like crazy leaps and bounds. That dude was fucking out scrambling Formiga, dude, getting on top. I was like, oh my god, dude. But I mean, Formiga did put him in bad spots as well. Formiga's been KO'd 3 times, so I mean, is he chinny, dude? I mean, he's tough, dude, but I mean, he has been put out 3 times, and I know Joe B, I think, did it twice. I think Dawson did it too. But I mean, look, he beat the champ. I mean, a couple years, 21 year ago. I mean, with wrestling, I don't think he's gonna be able to take down Perez. This thing, I think Perez is gonna be the one that shoots on him. And Formiga, I mean, I feel like this fight hits the mat. It does, but I just don't think Formiga can take him down. I think Perez will probably try to wrestle, and then Formiga will probably, get on top and all that. But on the feet, like I mentioned, I think Formiga is more technical. He has a good straight right. But yeah, I do think Perez has more power. But then again, Perez has been beating a lot of bums lately. I mean, his best win's probably against Espinoza. I mean, it's a big step up. And look what happened when he had that big step up. He got smoked against Joe B. So I'm going to go with Formiga. I'm picking him to win. I'm not betting him, though. I'm just not that confident in it. But I do think he's going to win. So next fight, we got Charles Byrd versus Maki Pitolo. Yeah, this is your jobber versus jobber fight. This is a tough fight. You know what, man? I've been going back and forth with this fight. In these kind of situations, jobber versus jobber, you want to go dog or pass. But I can't pick Pitolo here, dude. This dude is not good, dude. This dude's not UFC material. I don't think Byrd is either, but I definitely think Byrd has like the game plan to win this fight, which is hustle. I mean, Callan Potter, dude. Come on, dude. I mean, Callan Potter was beating him on the and he took him down. I mean, Potter dominated him. He won every round, in my opinion, dude. I mean, Pitolo had his spots, but I mean, yeah, dude. I mean, but one thing about this is that he's fighting at 85. The last time he fought at 85, he knocked out Justin Sumter on Contender Series, but Justin Sumter is a turd, dude. But then again, he's a grappler, just like Byrd is too. But I think Byrd's striking is not bad. I mean, he was beating Darren Stewart until he quit, until he gassed, and then before that, the future champ Shabazian, knocked him out. But yeah, dude, Charles Byrd, Fortis MMA, he's the team captain there. He's 1-2 in UFC. He beat John Phillips, and then you got TKO 2 fights in a row. I think he has a huge advantage on the mat here. Pitolo does not have a ground game. Yeah, I mean, Pitolo's tough, but I mean, he's been knocked out twice. He's been subbed. I mean, both these guys are chinny. I just think that the wrestling game plan for Byrd is going to be able to get the job done just because Potter did it at a one weight class lower. Potter's a turd, dude. So I'm going to go with Charles Byrd. I'm going to go with a submission win. What about you?
Definitely an interesting fight, man. Like, it's definitely low level, but I think from an entertaining perspective, this fight's going to pay off. I think it's going to be really fun. I think there's going to be a finish. When I watch both these guys, I kind of assess their skills. Like, I'll say it, Charles Byrd is the better fighter. Cut clean, simple. Might even be better freaking everywhere, man. Like, just the thing here for me is, like, he got knocked out in his last 2 fights, and he's definitely getting up there in age. And the thing is, like, the guy never really was that good in the first place. I mean, he was out getting submitted by Derek Krantz on the regional scene. Like, I'm sure, like, in the gym, he's probably one of those guys that's way better in the gym than he actually is in the cage. Like, there's probably a reason he's the team captain. He probably has a really good mind for the sport. Definitely has good fight IQ sometimes. Maybe I think just the thing for me here is the gas. I think cardio might be a big deal for me in this fight because I actually think Magny Pitolo might have the cardio advantage. And if we get a similar like position what we were in the Darren Stewart versus Charles Byrd fight, like if Charles Byrd is, you know, he's doing his thing in there, he gets a little too comfortable, he gets a little more tired than his opponent does. Like Magny Pitolo, like, yeah, the guy's a jobber, but he actually has a really good tool in his arsenal, and that's his power. The guy can definitely hit. He's got steam behind his punches. He rips to the body really well, and I'm going to come out here and say Charles Byrd dominates the first round, slows down in the second. I'm going to go with the underdog, Magny Pitolo. I think he has youth on his side. I think he has durability. Although he's not the most durable guy himself, I think he has durability on his side, cardio, power. So I'm going to say Charles Byrd has a dominant first round and gets knocked out in the second round. But I'm not going to come out here and bet Magny Pitolo by any means. I don't want to put my money on that guy.
Yeah, man. So looking at the chat real quick. What's up, Spot On Picks? We got Spot On Picks in the house. We got Lags in the house. What's up? Turn Up MMA. What's up, guys? Quincy, what up? Yeah, man. So next fight, dude. This is a really good fight. Is it my turn or your turn? It's my turn, right?
Yeah, but I got a bet on this play, buddy.
I'll let you go first. So you got Cody Stamann versus Brian Boom Kelleher. Kelton, who do you got?
Yeah, man, this is going to complete my parlay with Herbert Burns. I got Cody Stamann here. So I got Burns and Cody Stamann minus 111 for 3 units. I think this is a really good fight for Cody Stamann, man. I think just plain and simple, he's the better fighter than Brian Kelleher. He's probably better everywhere, maybe other than the fact that Brian Kelleher is a really good guillotine choke. But even then, man, I think it'd be really low percentage to think that he's just going to catch Cody Stamann in a guillotine from a takedown. Like, I don't think something like that is going to happen. I don't think something's going to happen like Kelleher's last 2 wins. Like, I don't think this is going to be an O'Day Osborne situation. Like, Stamann is not green like that guy. I think Stamann has better just overall grappling awareness and sub defense. And then the Hunter Azure fight, I mean, you can argue that Hunter Azure is just like a green poor man's version of freaking Cody Stamann, you know, like a good striker, but like with the wrestling base. I just think Cody Stamann's going to roll wherever this fight goes, man. I think, honestly, like, obviously his bread and butter is the wrestling. I think he can take down Kelleher here, man. Like, here's the thing. Like, sometimes you can get so wrapped up in stats. Like, you look at Brian Kelleher's stats, he's got an 84 takedown defense. Like, that looks good on paper and everything, but you know the last time Brian Kelleher had to stuff a takedown, Justin?
Against John Winokur, right?
No, against Henan Barrow. That's the last time he had to stuff a takedown against Henan Barrow. You know, completely shot Henan Barrow. The fight before that, he was taken down by Stasiak. Now, he was able to win that fight. He knocked out Stasiak. That was a good performance, but, you know, a guy that's no longer in the UFC. Chito Vera didn't even have to take him down. And then Yuri Alcantara, he took him down, but we all know what happened there. That was Kelleher's infamous UFC debut where he had that really nice guillotine choke on Yuri. And, you know, that's his best tool, man. It is his freaking guillotine choke. I guess his toughness, his cardio. He's just like a, I don't even want to call him a work man. He's just kind of a comeback fighter, or like, I don't even want to call him a fluke artist because that's kind of disrespectful. Like, the guy has a lot of good wins on his resume. I'm just surprised that he's in the position he's in. And I think a guy like Cody Stamann with like, you know, a real nice tight record, like 16-2 or 17-3, whatever the hell he is. He's only been finished once. It was by Aljamain Sterling, who would submit 90% of the division.
He won the first round too.
Yeah. I mean, real solid guy. And even when it comes to the striking, man, like Kelleher absorbs twice as many strikes per minute as Stamann does. And just in general, I just feel like Stamann is actually the sharper boxer. He's faster, better athlete. So I think he doesn't even need to wrestle here. I think he can outstrike Kelleher. I like him wherever the fight goes, man. Just stay away from that fucking guillotine.
Yeah, man. If you guys, you know, follow the bro picks, you know, the show, I'm a big Cody Stamann guy. You know, I bet him versus Fire Kid. I bet him versus Caraway. I think I bet him versus Alejandro Perez too. He's a really good point fighter, dude. I like this kid a lot. This is a huge step up for Kelleher, dude. You know, you're not fighting the Hunters there is anymore, the Ode Osbornes. You're fighting a legit top 10 guy in Cody Stamann. Cody Stamann is way more technical on the feet. Yeah, you know, I'll say Kelleher has more power for sure. But Cody has great movement, dude. A good right hand, a good jab. He's relentless. Clint, I love you, dude. You know, you're, you know, one of my best friends on Twitter. I know you have a play on Kelleher. I heard you earlier saying that he gasses every fight. Dude, I love you, but come on, dude. Cody Stamann has really good cardio, dude. I gotta disagree with you there, man. I think Cody has great cardio. I think Cody, the pace that he's gonna bring, dude, is gonna be something that Kelleher hasn't seen. I think he's gonna be able to take him down at will. He has legit wrestling. He was beating Song on the feet too. I mean, dude, that was a robbery, dude. That was the biggest robbery of the year. He definitely beat Song and Dong. And what would Song Yudong do to Brian Kelleher? Let me ask you that right now, Kelton. He would smoke him. I mean, he would definitely get him
He'd
out of
smoke
there, in
him.
my opinion. He would definitely smoke him. And Keller's tough, dude. I mean, he's tough, dude. He has a good chin. He looked decent against Lineker until Lineker knocked him out. He's 5-3 in UFC. But one thing too, he's been tapped out so many times. I mean, despite his the mat, I mean, Saban could get his first sub in UFC here too. But then again, we gotta worry. Saban has to worry about that guillotine, dude. I mean, Keller has a legit squeeze, a legit guillotine. I don't think his striking is bad. I mean, he has a good left hook. He just knocked out a Zerb, but I mean, it's a big step up in competition. I just think he's going to get picked apart on the feet, and I think Cody can take him down when he wants. And got to go with Cody Stamann with a pretty dominant decision here, dude. So the next fight, I believe, we got GM3, yep, versus Ian Heinisch. This is a great fight. This is actually a fight that I've been going back and forth. Let me find my notes real quick. Yeah, I've been going back and forth in this fight, dude, because you know, I like Heinisch, dude. I'm a Heinisch guy. I mean, both of us are. You know, I bet him versus Mutante. I bet him versus ACJ. Then I bet him versus Brunson, and dude, he gassed bad. I mean, a guy that has really good cardio, dude. I mean, dude, he gassed terrible in that fight, like bad. He blew his wad. He even said he did. Terrible performance, dude. I mean, he looks so good, and oh my god, bad performance. And then against Omari, I mean, his cardio looked better, but like, dude, he just didn't do anything in the first two rounds. I mean, he won the third round, but he just, dude, Omari was beating him with the punch, dude. I mean, Heinisch was looking to shoot against Omari. I'm like, what? Well, dude, come on, man. Omari's good, but like, he's chinny. Like, go out there and try and knock him out, and he couldn't, you know. I still think he's a good fighter, though, but I don't think he's the guy that I thought he was. I don't think he's going to be a top 15 guy. I believe he's ranked right now, but you give him Brendan Allen. See you later, dude. Brendan Allen, first round submission. But anyways, back in this matchup, Heinisch, dude, good right hand. You know, he has really good pressure. He's strong. He's physical. He has good wrestling. I mean, I like the Gamby roll that he does. He did it against Omari, dude. Dude, it's a sick Gamby roll. It's hard to control him on the mat too. I mean, he reversed Mutanti, dude. I mean, you know, I mean, he's going for guillotine against Mutanti. You know, look at it against ACJ, but we all know ACJ is a quitter. And then you got GM3 who's improved so much. I mean, dude, this dude is the comeback king. The guy gets hurt in every fight. He comes back. But the kid's striking. He's not a kid. He's old. He's like 32. But his striking's improved, dude. I mean, his striking, they get Anders, dude. He hurt Anders, and he beat Anders, dude, in my opinion. He clearly won that fight. He beat Trevin Giles' comeback, you know. And then last fight is the fight that really, like, I was not really opened my eyes, dude. I mean, he went out there and, like, legit dominated Deron Win, dude. I mean, he looked really good in that fight. He hurt him bad. His straight left is good. I mean, dude, GM3, he's 6-4 in the UFC. He should be 7-3 to be honest. I mean, the Kevin Holland fight was close too. If he would have won that, he would be 8-2 in the UFC. I mean, I got to give my respect on him, dude. He's improved a lot, dude. I mean, the guy has a legit ground game. This fight hits the mat, in my opinion. I mean, I know Heinisch probably has the better wrestling. He does. He has better wrestling, but I don't think you should try to shoot him. I don't think you should try to shoot. I mean, GM3 has the better jiu-jitsu, the better ground game. I think Heinisch has more power on the feet. I think Heinisch, you know, should look just to strike. I mean, I think he can hurt GM3 and potentially get him out of there. But GM3 is technical too. This is a tough fight, dude. You have no idea how close this is. I've been going back and forth in this fight. I want to pick GM3 really bad, but I can't, dude. I got to go with Heinisch, dude. I just think that Heinisch, that overhand right, dude, is just going to be there, dude, all night. And like we were talking about earlier, I think he can get takedowns too. And, you know, his cardio is good, but the Brunson fight at gas, dude. So if he gasses here, dude, it's over, dude. I mean, GM3 is going to hand him his second loss by submission, dude. I mean, we got tapped out against Marcus Perez. So GM3, dude. I mean, that Darce that he has. I mean, dude, he's a legit black belt, dude. I don't think Heinisch can tap him out. I doubt it. But Heinisch has great ground and pound. So if Heinisch gets on top, dude, I mean, dude, GM3 might be in big trouble. So I'll go with Heinisch with I'm gonna go with either a TKO or decision, but GM3 is a live dog for sure. Kelton, who you got?
Yeah, man, I definitely leaned Ian. Even kind of heavy, but after tape, like GM3 is definitely like it's crazy, man. Like the dude is such a vet. He's been around for so long, but I feel like he's still getting better, man. Like I don't know if that's the training he's getting with old Brendan Allen that's kind of bringing some life back into his career because it was looking a little shoddy for a second there, but yeah, I mean you're only as good as your last fight, and that last performance against Dern win, that was incredible. You pretty much nailed that breakdown, though. I don't have much more to say. I just think it's going to be a very, very close, shaky split decision. I think probably. I see this fight going to decision. I don't think either guy is going to be able to get finished here. Maybe GM3's got some really fucking good sub skills, man. I think if anyone gets a finish, it might be him. But I'm going to roll ever so slightly with Ian Heinisch. I'm going to say he gets a 29-28 split decision. Moving on to the next one, man. This is it for me. This is a big play for me. I got 3 units. I got Chase Hooper. He's fighting Alex Caceres. I got -120. I believe he's sitting at -160 right now. So again, glad to get in early on that one. It's just wow. I mean, they just really hooked up Alex. They hooked up Chase Hooper, in my opinion, here, man. I mean, this is the same kind of treatment Kron Gracie got, man. Like, hey, we got this guy who could potentially be a star. His strongest, tool is his grappling. Who can we give him for a nice little showcase submission? Alex Caceres. Kron Gracie goes out there, and a guy in Kron Gracie who we've seen since not really have the best kind of takedown ability. Just no issue. Got Alex down, submitted him. Nice, easy work. Now we got this kid, Chase Hooper, who, holy shit, man, I've been impressed with Chase Hooper. Like, I see a lot of people bringing up, like, certain moments, and the kid went to a draw with, like, a complete bum, like, 2 years ago. But, dude, guys, 2 years ago for Chase Hooper is 18 years old. Like, it's crazy, man. The guy's still 20 years old, and you look at what he's accomplished. He's already a BJJ brown belt. He's already got a win in the UFC over a guy in I like to joke around and call him the shitty tamer, but in reality, that guy, I mean, shitty tamer, he packs a wallop, man. The dude can crack for sure. He definitely showed some power in that fight. Chase Hooper showed a really good chin. And I think, if anything, that tamer fight was arguably even more dangerous than this fight, in the sense that I think there was a KO threat in that fight where I don't think Alex Caceres is going to be able to come out here and knock out Chase Hooper and really take advantage of his green, still really developing stand-up. Like, I think if Alex Caceres is still, like, miraculously able to keep this fight on the feet, is like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't see him having that much of an advantage. Like, I'll say this, if it stays on the feet for 15 minutes, Chase Hooper is just not able to get him down once, I'll say Alex Caceres wins a decision, but, like, I don't know, man. I just see this as an opportunity for Chase Hooper. He has 15 minutes to get this guy down once, and I truly believe once Chase Hooper gets Caceres down, it's going to be over. I think all it's going to take here is one takedown. I think the kid is an absolute phenom on the mat. He's so big, like, he's got those long limbs. He's super strong. He's a great scrambler. He makes awkward positions into, like, really, really good moves. Like, I like the kid's grappling style a lot, and I mean, Alex Caceres, I mean, we want to talk about a guy, like, if he gets submitted here, that's going to be his 8th submission loss. And if you look at his last 8 fights, he was taken down in 7 of those 8 fights. The guy's, I mean, really, he's had shoddy grappling and wrestling his entire career. I'm kind of surprised he's still in the UFC. I guess it's just an excitement and personality factor. But yeah, this is a good fight for Chase Hooper to keep growing, keep getting better. So I'm going to say he takes down Alex Caceres in the first round, lands some ground and pound, and then eventually seals up a rear naked choke in round 1. So 3 units -120. Who you got, man?
Just want to say thanks for everyone watching this live. We had 52 people watching this live. That is a lot of people. So thank you. This is a good fight, dude. This is This is a good fight. This is one of those fights, it's close. I was leaning Hooper, pre-tape, after tape. I'm still going with Hooper. But, yeah, man, I mean, Leroy's a lot better on the feet, dude. I mean, Hooper does not have striking at all, but he's tough. And that's one thing I like about him. He's tough, dude. He's a really good chin. He's relentless. He knows what he has to do. He has to go out there and get the takedown because that's all he has, I feel like his striking will get better with time. He's, 20 years old? I mean, the kid – like most 20-year-olds, dude, that are one-dimensional like him, I don't think they have the heart that he has, dude. He has really fucking good heart. That's one thing I like about him. And I feel like he's going to go out there and get him down. Leroy has been taken down, like you mentioned, all the time. He's 3-4 in his last 7 fights. He's been sub 7 times. I mean, he's 15-12. I mean, he hasn't knocked out anyone. I mean, he's going out there and having close fights with fucking Martin Bravo and what's his name? Steven Ocho Peterson, who I don't think good at all. I think Ocho could have won that fight too, actually. But on this matchup, I mean, it's obviously striker versus grappler. I do think Leroy is a good striker. I mean, he went to a split with Rodriguez for the year. But, I mean, that was a greener year. But, yeah, man, Leroy's a little chinny too. But, obviously, yeah, he's not going to matter here. He's definitely way better on the feet. But, I mean, Hooper's way better on the ground. So, I think Hooper's going to be able to get him down and get him out of there. So, I'll go with Hooper with the first round submission. So, next fight, we got Sugar Sean O'Malley versus Eddie Wineland, and I'll let you go with this one first.
Oh, man, there is not a single prospect in the UFC I'm just more excited about than Sean O'Malley. I just love everything about this guy, man. Like, such a cool dude. I love his fighting style. I love his mindset. I could listen to 3 hours worth of his interviews at one time. Like, I just love, I just see a future world champion in this kid, and, y'all can call me crazy, but I really think Sean O'Malley is going to be a star in the UFC. I think he's going to be a top 10 guy for years. I'm super high on this guy. He's so super technical on the feet. The amount of time he was off, what was he off for 2 years? Guys, go back and watch a fight of his from 2 years. Go watch the Terrion Ware fight and then go watch his most recent fight. Almost a totally different guy. He just looks so much sharper. He's really coming into his own. I don't even want to say he's entering his prime because he's probably multiple years away from his prime, but he's definitely entering. I mean, he's entering that top 30 realm in my opinion. And Eddie Wineland, Eddie Wineland's a guy who was ranked for a long time. I mean, this is no easy fight whatsoever. He's definitely going to have to be here. He's got to be careful. Eddie Wineland is a guy who hits pretty hard himself. I mean, he's a great boxer. I mean, if you want to say it, Eddie Wineland's probably one of the better boxers in bantamweight history for sure, man. I just think Sean O'Malley is a lot bigger. I think the kicks are going to be a big factor. I think Eddie is just, let's be honest. He's fragile these days. And so I think this should probably be a showcase fight for Sean O'Malley. I think he does need to definitely fight smart. But I see him doing that, man. This guy, there's no lack of fight IQ. He's not too cocky. Just everything about him, I just admire right now. I think he's going to go very far, and this is just a good stepping stone for him. Obviously, the betting line, he's unplayable. I don't like to parlay stuff minus 400 and over. Learned my lesson from that many times in the past, but he should roll here. He's a good DraftKings play too. What do you think, man?
Yeah, man, I got O'Malley here. Wineland's at the end of his career. I do think that he's I feel like in his prime he was a good fighter. I still think that he has some pop. He has good boxing. He fights with his hands down. He's a pressure fighter. He's going to be in O'Malley's face. Which is I'm going to like for sure. He's a dog. He's a brawler, dude. Wineland has good boxing for sure. He has a good right hand. He's tough, but his chin is not the best. He's been knocked out multiple times. Popov hurt him bad in the second round, but then he went out there and got him out of there. Good performance. He looked good in that fight, but he's lost 4 out of the last 7 fights. I do think that he won. He beat Alejandro Perez. That was a robbery. He definitely won that fight in my opinion. But like I mentioned, I think he's at the end of his career, man. And I think O'Malley's legit. I think he's a good prospect. A lot of people are saying he's a future champ. I don't know about that. But keep building him up. Look, if he fights Cody Stamann, in my opinion, that's easy money for Cody. If he fights Merab, easy money for Merab. So they got to build him up. They got to give O'Malley, like Cheeto Vera. That'd be a really good fight. I don't know who else. I don't know. Yeah, maybe book that fight. That's a good fight.
Jimmy Rivera.
Oh, great fight. Yeah, Sugar destroys him. But Yeah, dude. O'Malley's kicks are really good, dude. I mean, the guy's distance, his right hand, his boxing's good. I mean, the kid's good, and the kid's ground game is good too. I mean, it's improving, dude. So, I'm gonna go with O'Malley. I think he's gonna go out there and destroy Eddie Wineland in the first round. So the next fight, we got Anthony Rocco Martin versus Neil Magny. Is this my first play of the night? It is. I think that, yeah, it is. Wow. So I got Anthony Rocco 3 units at plus 120. I already know. Okay, yes, I messed up the line. I didn't realize it was going to get better than that. I got a really strong read in this fight. There's a lot of people out there that are on Magny, that people that I respect, but I think Anthony Rocco Martin, dude, is good. I think that at 170, he's a new man. He's 5-1 in the UFC. His only loss against Damian Maia. And let's be honest, dude. I mean, that was, not an easy fight for Maia. He won. I think he won the third round. Obviously, it's 29-28. Some people said it could have been a draw, could have been a 10-8. I mean, if you rewatch that fight, Martin, got on top of Maia in the second round. I mean, he got on top in the third round. I mean, Martin's ground game is really good. I mean, the guy has really good jiu-jitsu. He's a black belt in BJJ. I think a lot of people are sleeping on him in here. I mean, Neil Magny, as the better wrestler, and I think he has to go out there and try to take him down. But if he does, I mean, I think that Kimura, that Kimura sweep that Anthony Rocco has is nasty. His guillotine, I mean, I feel like he could definitely get on top, and he has a better ground game than Neil Magny. I think on the feet, Magny was really good last fight against Leach, but that was a terrible game plan from the Leach. I mean, I thought Leach actually rocked him early and then went out there and tried to wrestle. Like, why would you try to wrestle Magny? Like, dude, you're pushing the pace. Like, you're a striker. Why would you try to wrestle? And then he just gassed, and Magny, just dominated him. And then, but I mean, before that, dude, I mean, he's so successful with the leg kicks. What is Anthony Rocco's best weapon in this game? His leg kicks. You watch the Ramzan Lee fight, the leg kicks. He tore up those calves bad. And Amir tried to take him down. He took him down once, and what happened? He almost got tapped out with the Kimura. So Magny better mind his P's and Q's, because if he goes out there and tries to shoot on Anthony Rocco Martin, I think he's going to get tapped out. I really do. I really think that Rocco has a better jiu-jitsu on the feet. Magny has a good jab. I'll say that. But he's still chinny, in my opinion, dude. And the leg kicks are going to be there all day for Rocco. Rocco has a good straight right. He has a good jab. I think Rocco has good striking. It's improving every fight. And I think the pressure is going to get to Magny. And I think that he's going to get him out of there, man. I mean, I can see him hurting him on the feet. But honestly, dude, I'm telling you right now, is Magny is going to have to go for the takedown in this fight, in my opinion. Those leg kicks are going to hurt him bad. And I think Anthony Rocco Martin taps him out. I got Anthony Rocco Martin with a Darce choke in the second round. Neil Magny looked really, really good last fight, and I think that's the reason why he's the favorite here. But people forget, dude, that, I mean, that's a terrible game plan from the Leach. If you watch that fight, Leach fought like a fucking idiot out there, dude. Like, when have we ever seen Leach try to go for takedowns? Never. Brawler. He has good hands, and he didn't even do that in that fight. So I feel like people are just, they're kind of blind and saying, oh, Magny's bad. He's not bad, dude. I mean, he's not a jobber or anything, but I mean, he's so successful with the leg kicks. He's chinny, and people act like Rocco Martin's like, the guy at 155. This guy's 5-1 at 170. I mean, he's been taken down at 170 against Nakamura, Maia, and Sergio Moraes, but did any of them control him? The only guy that controlled him was Maia, and that was like barely, dude. Like, I see a lot of people saying that, Neil Magny's going to be the Damian Maia here. I don't think so. I don't see Neil Magny being able to control him. If Magny gets him down, I'm telling you right now, he's in deep shit with that Kimura, that Kimura sweep that Rocco has. And I think Rocco can get on top. So I got Anthony Rocco with a submission win, the biggest win of his life. And I think he's going to be a top 15 guy in the division. Kelton, who do you got?
Tough fight to call, man. You brought up a lot of good points, though. I mean, prime example of why you got to watch tape. I mean, you can just easily look at the record and be like, oh, yeah, Neil Magny just beat the Leach. He's back. Like, that's a great. Leach did not go up there. I mean, that was the most puzzling performance of that guy's career. I'm not even sure what really fucking happened there. That being said, man, I do think Neil Magny still is a very good fighter, and he is at the point he's pretty underrated. I went into tape, like pre-tape, I thought, I lean with Neil Magny, but then after tape, it's like, yeah, I see that Lee fight. Lee fought off. Tony Martin, his last fight against Amiv, that's the best his takedown defense has ever looked. But he stuffed like 9 takedowns in that fight. Dude, he looked fucking incredible in that fight. Now I kind of view it more as like a pick'em to me, in my opinion. I think it's like a 50-50. I think the value is definitely on Rocco. I'm definitely going to be wishing you luck. There's no chance you'll ever see me betting Neil Magny is a favorite price. I think Neil Magny, he's one of those guys you should be definitely looking to bet as an underdog. I don't know why you would ever pay this price on Neil Magny, and goes too small for 170. It's like, dude, this is the best he's ever fucking looked, man. Like, dude's definitely looking good for sure. But that being said, like Neil Magny, he definitely presents a lot of problems. The guy is fucking huge, 6'3". Sometimes he utilizes his reach a little better than others. I think really what it comes down to for me most of the time is just how much do your strikes affect him? Like if you got a lot of pop behind your strikes, your kicks, your punches, like dude, you can rip up Neil Magny all day. You're going to keep him at bay. It's basically going to turn into target practice at one point. For some guys, it happens sooner than others. But I don't know, man. I don't know if Tony Martin necessarily has like that big power. I think his best tools in this fight definitely are going to be the leg kicks. I think he's really got to rip into those early. I think if he can't get off on those early, like if Neil Magny is able to get a takedown before Rocco is starting to able to get off on the leg kicks, I think it's going to end up being a really tough fight for him. And I'm just going to ever so slightly lean with no confidence at all. I'm going to pick Neil Magny just because of the fact, like, I give him the wrestling advantage, the size advantage, just little things that it comes down to in this fight. But I wish Justin luck. I think he's definitely on the value side.
Yeah, I forgot to mention too. Like people would act like he just has Rocco just has kicks. I mean, he has a good right head kick too. But I mean, his boxing is good. And two, I mean, a lot of people are talking about Magny training, with Gaethje and Dober and all that. People, I think, are forgetting who Martin trained with. I mean, Martin's been training with the champ in Bellator, Douglas Lima. So no wonder why his leg kicks are so good because that guy has some of the best leg kicks in the world, dude. So I like this guy at 170, dude. He's 5-1, dude. I mean, he had a close fight with Maia. I mean, it could have been a draw, dude. I mean, he almost got him out of there, and I like the takedown defense in that fight. I mean, you didn't see Maia really like putting in work on the mat. I mean, the first round, just controlled him against the cage a little bit on the ground, and then freaking Maia or Rocco goes for a guillotine, and ends up on top. I mean, I'm telling you, man, Anthony Rocco's jiu-jitsu is good, and Magny's been tapped out 4 times. I think people were forgetting about that. It could be 5 here, dude. I feel like on the mat, I mean, the guy has good wrestling, but he can put himself in bad positions, dude. And Rocco has a tough squeeze. Just ask Jake Matthews. So next fight, we got Corey Sandhagen versus Aljamain Sterling. You want to go first on this one, or you want me to?
Dude, what do you mean? Go ahead.
Well, I just went first. That's why I was asking. I didn't know.
No, you got it, man. Take it away.
Oh, let's get my notes real quick. Is it right here? Yeah, so we got Corey Sandhagen versus Aljo. This is my second play of the night. We got Corey Sandhagen. Yeah, dude, my dumbass, I tried to get plus money. I got minus 110. It is what it is. I mean, it is what it is because I think Sandhagen is a really good player, dude. I think Aljamain Sterling's a great fighter. I don't think he's terrible at all. I mean, the dude's a top 5 guy. I just think it's a bad matchup for him here, man. I think Corey Sandhagen is the future champ. I mean, me and Guru, I was talking to Guru last night telling him all day, this kid is the future champ. This guy is legit, dude. This guy is such a good striker. This guy has a ground game too. This guy went out there and reversed, who we'll talk about later, Assuncao. Reverse a BJJ black belt. People are acting like 1 takedown's over here. I don't think so, dude. This guy has submission skills. This guy tapped out Mario Batista. I mean, this guy is no slouch on the mat. He has a great get-up game, too. People are like, oh, my God, Sandhagen, he has 30% takedown offense. He sucks in the mat. The guy has a legit get-up game, dude. So, in my opinion, on the feet here, dude, I think it's a mismatch. I think Corey Sandhagen is way better on the feet, dude. The way he rips the body, the distance, the jabs, the right hands, the flying knees. I mean, everything about Sandhagen's game, dude, is legit. Really good chin. Aljo's striking's improved so much. He has a good jab. Does a lot of volume. He has that awkward movement, the kicks and all that. But you watch that fight versus Munoz, dude. I mean, it's against Munoz, dude. A punching bag, dude. A tough punching bag. What would Sandhagen do to Munoz? He would finish him. I just think that Sandhagen does way better boxing, dude. I feel like it's like way more clean. And Aljo's, he's getting away with a lot of stuff. And I feel like he's still a little chinny, dude. He's been hurt. I mean, he's been KO'd. He's been hurt against the Assuncao. I mean, he's good, dude. I mean, he has the wrestling advantage in this fight for sure. But I just feel like he's not going to be able to go out there and control Corey on the mat, dude. And Corey's cardio, dude, is so good. The pressure, the pace he's going to be bringing in this fight, dude. He's going to be in and out. His movement is why this kid is so good. And I'm telling you guys, I like Aljamain Sterling. He has some good wins on his resume, but Sandhagen does too. That Winokur performance was really good. That Assuncao performance, people are sleeping on Assuncao. I hear people saying, "Oh, that was a terrible win." Assuncao's what? Assuncao's a top 5 guy. He just beat Rob Fun 2018. He's beaten Magic. He's beaten Aljo. I mean, Assuncao's a good win, and I mean, Sandhagen dominated him in that fight, dude. I mean, he looked really good. And just the fact that he like reversed a guy like that on the mat. I mean, I don't think Corey's going to be able to tap out Aljo or anything, but I feel like people are going to be surprised with this kid's ground game. I don't think Aljamain Sterling's going to be able to go out there and just smoke him on the mat. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised Sandhagen reversed him. I would not at all. But anyways, if anyone's shooting this fight, it's Aljo. And I do think that Corey has a big advantage in the feet, dude. I mean, the way he rips the body, I think it's going to play dividend here. And I'm telling you right now, I think he's going to hurt Aljo, drop him, and get him out of there. I got Corey Sandhagen with a first-round TKO. He's going to prove – he's going to make a statement and prove why this kid is the future champ. He's going to beat Peter Yan. He's going to – oh, my God. Don't even get me started on Jose Aldo. He would fucking destroy him. Bad. But I got Corey Sandhagen all day. Future champ. Aljo will be back. He's a top 5 guy. He's not a bum. He's a good fighter. He's improved a lot. I like him. But I don't like him here. Corey Sandhagen, first round TKO. Who do you got?
Wow, man. First round TKO. Well, I mean, dude, if that happens, there's going to be no denying him. He's going to get that next title shot for sure. And, I mean, speaking of titles, like, guys, this could be a freaking title fight. Like, they could have just made this fight the main event for the vacant belt. Like, I know Peter Yan, like, he arguably deserves the shot more than, like, anybody, but this easily could have been for the belt, man. They could have made this the main event. It's that kind of caliber fight. Like, I'm so excited for it. I think it's a really even fight. I agree with the pick'em odds. I'm glad I don't have money on the line so I can just enjoy this damn thing. It's funny, man. I see a lot of Sandhagen bettors talking about their striking advantage, but not so much Aljo's big grappling advantage. And then I see Aljo bettors talking about his big grappling advantage, but not so much Corey Sandhagen's big striking advantage. It's all about who can get their game going, man. I mean, if Corey's able to get up, I mean, he does have a good get up game, does have good takedown defense. I mean, Aljo is going to have to work his ass off. I mean, he's going to have to put on the performance of his life. And you made some good points on his striking. Like, yeah, it definitely has improved, but like, I mean, the best it's looked was the Pedro Munoz fight, who, I mean, lots of people have teed off on Pedro Munoz like that. I mean, he doesn't have the best striking defense in the world. Let's say that much. But really, for me, man, I just feel like this fight would benefit Corey Sandhagen so much more if it was 5 rounds. I think in a 3-round fight, I think he would benefit more in a 5-round fight, just mostly because of the cardio. And I feel like the body shots that he lands would probably eventually add up in a 25-minute fight. In a 3-round fight, though, dude, dude, I'm not going to be surprised if all of Aljamain Sterling is able to control him for at least 2 rounds. He's just so talented in that area, and I think he slept on quite a bit. It's just such a good fight, man. I'm going to be honest. I'm just not confident at all on either side. You're the one with your money where your mouth is. So if you're going to listen to anyone in this fight, guys, it's probably going to be Justin. So I wish him luck. I got no money. I can't wait to enjoy it. But I'll go with Aljo. I'll say 29-28 split decision.
Yeah, man. So next fight, we got Cody Garbrandt versus Rafael Assuncao. Kelton, who you got?
Oh, man, this is a good fight, man. I'm really excited for this one. Huge fan of both guys. Cody Garbrandt, I mean, really – this fight's all about Cody Garbrandt, man. That's where all the questions are at. It's him. Is he going to come back? Is he going to fight smarter? Is his chin gone? Is his confidence shot? There's just so many questions. At current betting odds, it's like, how are you going to trust Cody Garbrandt as a favorite? I just have no idea. But I think just with like no sports around right now and so many casual bettors are going to be, looking at MMA. They're going to see former champ Cody Garbrandt, who beat Dominic Cruz, put on arguably one of the all-time performances in UFC history. And they're going to see him taking on a guy who's also on a losing streak. But, man, when you really dig into this fight, bro, it's like, Justin, I'll ask you, man, what do you value more, man? I mean, wins over TJ Dillashaw, Marlon Moraes, Aljamain Sterling, or a 25-minute decision win over Dominic Cruz? What do you value more?
Yeah, definitely those wins that Assuncao had. People are disrespecting Assuncao here big time, and I like Guru a lot, but last night he was telling me how Assuncao a bum and all this stuff, and when the Corey Sandhagen win wasn't a good win. What? Anyways, back in your matchup.
Yeah, man, I don't know. I don't get it. And, dude, yeah, that Corey Sandhagen fight, I mean, that was a solid one, man, because, I mean, I think after that second Marlon Moraes fight, where he hurt him and then submitted him, I think that's where people finally started asking the questions like, this guy's 36 years old. He just got finished. I mean, is he going to bounce back from this? And, I mean, Corey Sandhagen, no easy bounce back fight whatsoever, but I think at the very least that answered the questions of Assuncao. Like, I think that answered the questions on his chin. Like, does this guy still have it? Are we getting close to the end here? I mean, the fact that he could go a hard 15 with Corey Sandhagen, I think that shows a lot, man. I mean, do you think Cody Garbrandt would survive 15 minutes with Corey Sandhagen?
You wouldn't even last like a minute, I don't think. Dude. That's flying. You throw. See you later. Good night, Irene.
And, I mean, the thing here with Cody Garbrandt, it's like, okay, so how's he going to fight? I mean, if he fights smart, if he's a little less aggressive, he's not quite throwing as much, and this kind of turns into like a really super technical striking battle. I mean, I kind of like Assuncao there, man. I mean, some of the best, most underrated boxing in the division, super hard kicks. I mean, so underrated, this guy. I mean, he's a beast. So either Cody's going to fight smarter and it's going to play out that way. Assuncao probably edges him in a decision, or, he fights that same old way he always does and, gets a little aggressive. Maybe he hurts Assuncao, rushes in. We see a complete repeat of the last few fights he had, and can't do that against Assuncao. I hope he realizes that Assuncao has power in his hands, because I've seen some people talking like Assuncao doesn't have power. It's like, dude, I mean, I know his only KO win, I think, over the last few years was like Matthew Lopez. But, I mean, if you watch the guy's fights, like, the dude definitely packs a wallop for sure. Like, don't think for a second he can't knock out Cody Garbrandt here if he gets a little sloppy, because he definitely can. So, and then another thing, man, like I was bringing it up with Kelleher, the takedown defense stat, man. Like, yeah, if you look at Cody Garbrandt's takedown defense, it's freaking 100%, man. But here's the thing. He's only had to stuff two takedowns in his entire UFC career. I think a guy like Assuncao, who took down Rob Font 4 times. Other names are escaping my mind, but he's taken down a lot of really good fighters quite a few times. Like, Assuncao can wrestle his ass off for sure. I know Garbrandt has that wrestling background, but again, don't be surprised, man, because I would edge Assuncao in the grappling/wrestling area, man. So, like him wherever the fight goes. I'm very shocked that he's the underdog. I haven't bet it yet, but like I said, I think those casual bettors are going to see that name, Cody Garbrandt. The price isn't too steep on him. He's only like minus 145 compared to other big names on this card like Nunes and Sean O'Malley, who are like minus 400. I think a lot of those casual bettors are going to be looking to bet Cody Garbrandt, and we might even be able to swipe up a nice little plus 150 on Assuncao. Who do you got here, man?
Yeah, dude. My last play is, I was thinking about. Oh shit! I'm muted.
You're good. You were muted for a second.
Okay, my bad. Okay, my last play is going to be on Assuncao. Yeah, man. I think this is a good matchup for him. I do think that he packs a punch. I mean, I know he hasn't knocked out a lot of people, but the guy has a really good straight right. He hurt Magic in the first fight. He dropped Aljo. I mean, the guy hits like a truck, dude. He really does. He's way more technical than Cody. He's so smart. He's one of the smartest guys in the division. He's durable too. I know he's on a 2-fight losing streak against the future champ Sandhagen. He took him down as well, like 5 times. Sandhagen got right back up and reversed him. But I mean, the guy probably has the wrestling advantage in this fight as well, the grappling advantage. And then he lost to Magic in the second fight. But I mean, I still think Magic's come on, dude. Magic. What do you think Magic would do to Cody? We already know what he would do. But yeah, man, Assuncao, dude, he's a good fighter, dude. People are sleeping on him, man. I mean, the guy's 11-4 in the UFC. He just, he outstruck Rob Font 2 years ago and won a dominant decision. He's beaten Aljo. He's beaten He's 4-2 in his last 6. It's not like he's on a 5-fight losing streak, you know. And I don't trust Cody's chin. I don't. The guy's on a 3-fight losing streak. All the back problems, the kidney problems. I don't like. You know. I mean, yeah, he beat Dominic Cruz, the old Dominic Cruz, and he's a good win. But that's all he's really done. He hits hard. You know, he has power, but it's just that chin is so bad. And you're fighting a top 5 guy like Assuncao. Like, I gotta go with the Assuncao, man. Assuncao straight right, dude, is really good, dude. So I'm gonna go with Rafael Assuncao with a first round KO. So the main event, the evening, we got Amanda Nunes versus Felicia Spencer. I like Spencer. We both like Spencer. We both bet her really big against Megan Anderson, but this is a different fight right here. I mean, I was talking to Guru earlier, and he was telling me that he. Well, actually, I don't. Maybe I shouldn't say this because I think that he's talent now. But anyways, I'm gonna just drop that. I'm not gonna bring that up anymore. But actually, I will. I don't even give a fuck. So he was talking about the main event, saying he thinks that the main event is gonna go the distance. I don't think so, dude. I think Amanda Nunes is the GOAT for women. I think Amanda Nunes is a finisher, and Spencer has a good chin. She didn't get knocked out against Cyborg. But you know what? Amanda is a different beast than Cyborg. I think Amanda is so good. I think that her striking is good. Her head kicks, her boxing, her power. She's so physical. She's so fast. She's so strong. Her ground game is good too. She's a black belt in BJJ. If Spencer, takes her down, I mean, she's in trouble. I mean, I honestly, man, I think this is going to be a quick fight. I think Amanda's going to go out there and hurt her early and get her out of there, dude. I mean, Spencer took a beating last fight. All that damage is going to hold up. I mean, Spencer's no slouch. The girl will be back. She's not a jobber. She's a good fighter. She's so tough. Great grappling. But you know what? She does not have striking at all. No striking. She's one-dimensional. And I don't know if she's going to be able to go out there and take down Amanda. I mean, Amanda's, legit takedown offense. And even if she does, is she going to just grapple fuck the GOAT? I don't think so. So I'm going to go with Amanda Nunes. First round KO. Probably like 2 minutes. See you later. Kelton, what do you got?
Man, I'm definitely going to agree with you on the pick. I think it's pretty hard to go against the champ in this spot, but I don't know, man. I think this fight could go to decision. Like, Spencer definitely did show off a really good chin against the Cyborg fight. You're definitely right. Nunes she's a beast higher than Cyborg for sure, and you're right. She's so fast, especially at 145, dude. Like, that Nunes Cyborg fight, like, Nunes just looks so much faster than Cyborg, and I guess these bigger bodies at at 145 pounds, like, she's just going to be so much faster than Felicia Spencer. That first round, dude, holy shit, she's going to really have to go through it, in my opinion. But the thing is, like, yeah, I agree. I think Amanda Nunes should be the minus 600. She is in this spot, but I mean, I'm not going to completely write off Felicia Spencer and say she has no chance. So, I mean, I can tell you right now how she does win. If she does, it's Amanda Nunes gassing from landing so many strikes, trying to put her away, and she doesn't put her away. It hits those championship rounds, dude. Like, Spencer's got good cardio. I mean, she's been in there. She's gone long rounds before. I mean, she might not look like it. She definitely looks unassuming, dude. She's just one of these girls who, I mean, like, it's so crazy. You talked about how we cashed on her against Megan Anderson. Like, people were really shitting on Felicia Spencer all fight week. Like, oh my God, like, a soccer mom is fighting Megan Anderson. This 6-foot striker beast, Megan Anderson's going to run through her, knock her out easy. It's like, dude, and Megan actually landed a shot in that fight, I think. Like, Spencer's shown a chin multiple times. Mid easy work there. I think if Nunes doesn't fight smart, she blows her wad trying to finish her in the first 10 minutes. Like, it's going to get sketchy. Like, if Spencer gets her down and gets her back, like, yeah, I know Amanda Nunes is a super legit BJJ black belt. Spencer's also a BJJ black belt. But let's be honest, Amanda Nunes does have the better BJJ. The only way Spencer is going to have success in this fight is if Amanda Nunes is pretty much spent. But as long as Amanda Nunes has cardio in the tank, I mean, it's going to be one-way traffic all day long. There's no way you're going to see me picking against the champ here, but I will give Felicia Spencer the respect and say she does go the full 25 minutes, man. I'm going to say Amanda Nunes via 50-45. I'll actually say a 50-44 decision.
Damn, you agree with Guru. But
Yeah.
yeah, man. So thanks for tuning in, guys. We're going to recap our bets real quick. So my play so far, I have 3 units, or actually 3.3 units on Sandhagen at -110, 3 units on Anthony Rocco Martin. And, I do want to bet Formiga, but I'm going to go with the Suns. I'm more confident in him. So my last play will be on him. I have not bet him yet. Stay tuned to Twitter and see. You can check out my bet MMA tips at Bro Picks. Kelton, who are your plays?
Yeah, man, I got 2 bets right now. I got the parlay. I got Herbert Burns with Cody Stamann -111 for 3 units. And then I also got 3 units on Chase Hooper. Let's go -120. And then my third and final play, it's going to be Rafael Assuncao, just waiting on that line.
Yeah, man. So got to do some quick shout out. Shout out to Mr. Arkansas's, tournament predictor wars. I want to win that thing. I'm going to win it. I see a lot of people saying, I think Justin's going to win. So I appreciate that. Shout out to Oz HQ. We got a good thing going there. Shout out to Half the Battle, Dan, Will Martin, a lot of good guys out there on Twitter. This is a great card on Saturday, man. There's so many good fights, dude. And I mean, honestly, man, it's awesome, man. I'm so happy that this sport is back. This is the best sport out there. Shout out to Bo Scream. I've been on his channel the last couple cards, watching the fights live. You guys watched his live stream last week. I was an animal screaming when Jamal Hill won. I mean, dude, I was like, I have an apartment, and dude, I feel bad for my neighbors because I feel like I was screaming so loud, dude. I mean, I lost my voice. I was just, dude, it was a good feeling, man. Like, I was so high on him all week, so if he would have lost, I would have been so pissed, dude. But yeah, that was awesome. So check his channel out. I'll probably be on there live this Saturday again. We'll see. But yeah, man, I cannot wait for this card. And Kelton, anything you want to say before we go?
Yeah, man. One thing, me and you are both actually going to be on Rockstar Z's podcast on his channel.
Oh, I forgot about that. Thank you. Yes.
Friday afternoon. Just look up Z's MMA on YouTube or Rockstar Z on Twitter. Z, he's been like my longest friend in this community. Real good dude. Pumped to go on his show. I'm going to talk about some Chase Hooper. We're going to recap the last card. It's going to be super fun. But yeah, shout out to all those guys you mentioned. I love this community, man. It's so good to have fights back.
Yes, shout out to Rockstar Z. I was supposed to go on there last Friday, but I couldn't because I had to take a test for the coronavirus. So my bad. But I will be on there this Friday with you. Well, we're not going to be there together, but I mean, I think me, you, and Dan from Half the Battle will be on there. But yeah, so shout out to Z. Definitely, one of the sharpest minds in the community. And yeah, man, it's a great card on Saturday. A lot of people are sleeping on this card. I mean, this card's so stacked, dude. Every fight is good, man. But yeah, next week, a lot of people think that card sucks, but we got Baby K on that card, boys. Baby K, and we know. I hope you guys know. I'm still betting him. So we got
Man, that Baby K Vittori fight is so good, especially with the added buildup from Baby K pulling out. And then, dude, Charles Jourdain versus Andre Fili. That is such a good fucking fight. I can't wait to look into that one. We cashed big on Jourdain last time. It's a huge dog.
He was shitty, dude. I mean, dude, I like Jourdain. I mean, but Fili has the wrestling advantage for sure. But we gotta take that fight. But
for sure.
Yeah, I just want to say thanks one more time, though. Everyone watching this. I mean, 58 people at one point. I think we had 60, dude. A lot of people, man, definitely been watching us. And I feel like, a lot of people wanted you back on the channel. We've made it work. I mean, you were, the only reason why you weren't on my channel, to begin with is because, we just had different schedules and stuff like that, But the fact that we're good now, I feel like we're going to get a lot more views, and I can't wait to keep this going on. We both had a winning night. Last week you were undefeated. I would have been undefeated if the judges would have got it right, but it is what it is. And we'll be back next week, and I can't wait. So thanks for everyone tuning in the chat. Please like and subscribe, comment, and everyone, I want you guys right now, real quick before we go, everybody, one last time. 1, 2, 3. Jamal Hill, baby. Let's go. Peace.